I am one with my glorious I Am presence and Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura so it is fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. And now I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. I am very happy to announce that it seems that once again we will be able to do these videos on a regular basis. As I truly rejoice reaching out to you in this fashion. Like a fisherman hauling in his catch of fish. Not to be consumed, of course, but to be reunited in a most loving and gentle fashion. For I use these videos as a link to your consciousness in order that I might bring you love, that I might bring you wisdom, that I might bring you all that you require to flourish and to thrive in all dimensions. As I have said many times, it takes a mere thought of me by you in order for that connection to be instantly present. But it is present in a very tenuous fashion. It is like a thread, a very thin thread, through which only a small portion of my love and light can come into you. But when you focus on me, through these videos or through your own meditations of me, then that thread becomes a very strong and vibrant cord through which I can bring you much, much more of the frequencies and the information that you require at this time. So that is why I ask you to think of me as much as you possibly can. Focus on the name Metatron, or focus on the vibration of God, the Creator, in whatever way you choose to think of the Lord of this universe. That consciousness that created you, created this planet, this solar system, and this entire universe. It matters not what name you use, but when you use the name Metatron, it is like dialing into a radio station using its digital number. It is very precise and brings you into perfect alignment with all that I am. That is why I suggest that you use the name Metatron. But by any other name, when you address the Creator, those prayers and those thoughts come to me and to all that I am. This is difficult for you to grasp, as your consciousness is mostly bound to your body and to your mind. And yet, as you allow your consciousness to connect with me, it will automatically expand and become greater still. The ascension process that you are now undergoing has as its root the expansion of your consciousness beyond the physical, beyond the mental and the emotional, and beyond all of that which you now associate with your own identity and individualized existence. This consciousness expansion is happening automatically to every single human being. But you can facilitate and accelerate the process by willfully allowing your consciousness to expand. When you connect with an ascended master or with an angelic entity or any of the multitude of light beings that are currently assisting humanity at this time, you will automatically experience a certain measure of expansion of your consciousness. This is intended to help you realize an identity that is greater than that of your incarnation. Your I Am presence has only a very small portion of its consciousness identified with any given incarnation. And so, by aligning with your own I Am presence, you are also expanding your consciousness. It would be a very good idea for you to do this throughout your day. Simply take a few seconds to identify with your I Am presence. If you still feel that it resides above your head or outside of you in any fashion, then simply invite it in until you feel some kind of difference within you. It may be a tingling sensation. It may be a feeling of heat. However, your I Am presence signals its presence within you is perfect. And you should call it until you feel that shift, that signal that it is within you. This brings about an automatic expansion of your consciousness. This expansion is intended to assist you in your daily activities. You are used to being focused on one thing at a time. This is part of your linear, dualistic existence. and has been a necessary step in your evolution. But it is now quite limiting. For example, if someone is talking to you and you are focused only on the words, then you are not focused on all of the other signals that that person is sending to you, that your I am presence is aware of. So when you begin a conversation, if you open up to your I am presence and allow your consciousness to expand so that you are perceiving more than the words that the person is sharing, you will, for example, be able to tell if the person is lying or not. You will be able to tell if the person is seeking only the fulfillment of its own desires, or if that person actually has your benefit and your highest good in mind. These are just two examples of additional perceptions that will be made available to you as you allow your consciousness to expand. So it is a very good thing for you to practice, beloveds. It is necessary for you at this time to be able to perceive the truthfulness and the accuracy of the information that is coming to you. Because there is so much information out there, beloveds. There are many channels and so-called spiritual teachers who are getting the bulk of their information from other sources, and so the bulk of their information may be accurate, but they are not speaking their own truth. They are not speaking from their heart. And if you are connected to your I am presence, you will be able to detect this, beloveds. And you will know that no matter how much you may agree with what they are saying, that there is something basically very wrong in the communication. And you should stop listening and following that instantly. Anytime your intuition tries to warn you about anything, any source of information that you may be listening to or following, please, beloveds, follow that intuition. Even if it concerns these videos. Whatever your intuition is trying to tell you, you should follow. Of course, I wish you to continue to listen to these videos. But more than that, I want you to begin to listen to your own I am presence, your own intuition, so that you can begin to distinguish between your intuition and your mind. As you begin this process of trusting your intuition, you will most likely make mistakes. You may sometimes think that your intuition is talking to you, and it's only your own mind. But the only way you will develop and be able to distinguish between your intuition and your mind is by trusting it and following through and not being afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes will always occur, beloveds. So let them occur with things that are not emotionally charged for you. For example, when you have to make a big decision about your life, you want to be able to trust your intuition at that time. So begin to follow your intuition in the small things first, where if you make a mistake, it really won't matter that much. For example, watching videos, or watching news, or listening to other channels. This is where you can begin to develop your intuition and begin to distinguish between its voice and the voice of the ego mind. So that when time comes to make a big decision, you will know which voice to trust. Every human being has to go through this process at some time, beloveds. So do not be afraid to make mistakes. It is better that they be made now rather than later. As events are occurring on the planet, in which it is very important that you be able to follow your own guidance, that which comes to you from within. If you are truly open to this guidance, it will tell you where you need to be in order to be safe, what you need to do to help your loved ones. Your I Am presence is always waiting to communicate this information to you. But you must be able to hear it. And you must be able to trust and have enough faith to be able to follow the guidance of your I Am presence. And it is much easier to go through this learning process when your life is calm, when there are not big events taking place around you. So take this information to heart, beloveds. Call in your I Am presence as often as you possibly can. Call the name Metatron and open up to my frequencies and receive the expansion of consciousness that I wish you to experience when you call my name and when you align with my being. This will serve you well, beloveds. Thank you for listening to these videos. I love you and I bless you. I am Metatron.